This is part of my series on how to play Warmachine and Hordes online using the website roll20.net. So roll20.net is a generic role-playing game player, so it doesn't have any Warmachine specific rules or tools. But it does have some generic tools that we can make use of to let us play Warmachine and Hordes. In this video, I'm going to talk about deviations and sprays. So what we're going to do is use these custom images that you see here and use them to help us do deviations and sprays. So if you want to use these in your own games, I posted them on Imager. So here's the URL that you can use to download, and I'll post that below the video. And I want to say I grabbed these from the Vassal module. So if you're one of the Vassal guys and you're upset about this, I'm really happy to take them down. All right, so now let's talk about doing deviations. So first thing that we can do is let's set up our scenario. The Judicator is going to be shooting Thagrosh with one of his rockets and missed, so we need to do a deviation. So we're going to move our. Let's roll it first. So I want to show how you can use this d6 inches to the. Use this kind of powerful system they have here to do it. So 3 inches to the 3, that makes it really clear which roll was the distance and which one was the direction. You can even set up a macro that I show in a different video to do that. So it makes it really easy to roll your deviation. So now that we know it's going to go 3 inches to the 3, we'll set it up over Thagrosh here. The 4 should be pointed back towards the Judicator, so we're going to grab the handle and spin it around, and then center our mouse right over the middle of the Judicator, and then it'll be pointed in the right direction. So now we're going to go find the 3, and then count 1, 2, 3. Place our AoE right centered on that point, and that's where our AoE will be centered. So with this tool, it makes it really easy to do AoEs and figure out where your AoE landed. One thing to note is that this is not the same as the standard deviation template that we would normally use. It's much bigger, so just don't get confused that if you roll 6 inches, it's just, yeah, this thing extends all the way out. It would be like putting a record on your Warmachine table if you were playing for real. Okay, so that's that, and the other thing I wanted to show. Oh, actually, one of the is before I do sprays, I want to show this AoE template that I made is set up as a 3-inch AoE by default, but you can change that if you have different size AoEs. So you can use it. Go to Advanced, hit Set Dimensions, select Units, which is number of inches. So you could change it to be a 4x4 or 5x5. And also, if you these are also can combo for use as something like covering fire templates, etc. So if you copy paste, you can have more than one of them, and you can use them for laying out covering fire, cloud effects, etc. So these AoE templates are multifunctional and really useful. Okay, so now let's talk about sprays. So let's say in our scenario that Thagrosh is spraying the Judicator, and we want to see whether any other models are underneath the spray. So this is not really, the spray template is a little tricky to use, and the reason is that what we'd like to do probably is position the one end over Thagrosh and then rotate this end over to point at the Judicator, and then, but because it pivots in the middle, it just doesn't really work that way. So what we really end up having to do is kind of eyeball the direction and then tweak, move it, tweak, move it, tweak. So it's like kind of like, okay, like that, and then tweak it up so that we're getting it over the middle. So you can get it. It's not super easy to use, but once you have it set up right, you can easily see which models would be affected by the spray and which ones aren't. And this has markers here at the 6-inch and 8-inch line so that you can do 6-inch, 8-inch, or 10-inch sprays. All right, that's it for deviations and sprays. I hope that you found this helpful, and if you have any tips or tricks or problems, please post comments, and thanks for watching.